revenue, putting it into expansion in Asia, overseas, in the U.S., and he's getting punished for it.
Amen. I'm looking at a headline from Bloomberg from October 13th. Amazon to create 1,000 positions at warehouses in the UK, where they've already got 6,000 full-time workers. So I think you're right. I don't think this is the standard case of 3 dudes in San Francisco without any assets who are wildly overvalued. That said, I mean, Brad Stone at Businessweek has done the best reporting on this. Jeff Bezos is single-mindedly obsessed with this investment, and he's such a dominant personality that it's hard to imagine him turning on
Does he speak Mandarin?
You know, he's probably learning, like us.
Probably learning
right there.
Well, there's Mr. Bezos doing the video thing. Let's bring up the chart of Amazon as you can, Tania, which is a little more, you know, it's a difficult chart. That's a good chart. That's a brilliant chart.
It's a good chart over the long term.
And you really wonder where they'll be in 6 months. I mean, this patience thing is a huge deal.
I mean, I have a new rule, which is that I'm now suspicious of any tech company that has a drone strategy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what he's spending on. He's been spending on that, on warehouses, on smartphones, the Fire.
They have a hit TV program, right?
They have what?
A hit TV program that was in the.
I don't know if it's a hit. They have content.
They have. I watched Alpha Dogs. It was mediocre. But
they are determined to make that their province.
Let's get some global perspective on this. Alberto Otis with us. He does not follow Amazon, obviously. He is head of economics for Bank of America Merrill Lynch. But you get boxes at your front door, don't you, of Amazon?
I do, yeah.
Do they get boxes of Amazon in Malaysia, in Romania, and the rest of the emerging market?
I think the Postal Service doesn't work as well as here. Yeah. So I would say it's probably...
The Postal Service doesn't always work that well here either, which is why Amazon's doing its own delivery.
That's true. That's true.
But I think it's interesting. Is it a global phenomenon, or is it a developed world phenomenon? And what's Brad say on this?
I think the developed world phenomenon is the one we need to be watching, which is that its challenges in the future as it expands have to do with labor conditions in the UK, labor conditions in Germany. If he's going to screw down costs, they've got costs down so far at those warehouses, there are real problems with lawsuits from labor.
Scarlett, help us with a report from Evercore last night as they looked at the debris of the call.
You know, what I found interesting within here is that they were saying that Ken Stena, the analyst at Evercore, saying the headwinds are hitting a lot sooner than expected.
Yes, absolutely.
The top line underperformance that we're talking about here, and of course this is backwards looking, was largely driven by North America media. All that money that Jeff Bezos is plowing into the content of Alpha Dogs, whatever TV show that you were talking about there. It's not paying off for now. When does it pay off?
Down 10.3%. I was just what Ken nails there is the timeline. They get through the holiday season. They're going to make a lot of money.
Well, and that's the question. They trimmed their holiday sales projections because of foreign exchange currency rates linked to the strong dollar. So that's also going to be another headwind this holiday season when they're supposed to really rake it in.
I'm going to push back a little bit. Can we bring that chart up again?
The long-term chart of Amazon?
The long-term chart of Amazon.
That shows a line up and then it comes back down again?
Shredder. It's gone. It's in the
There it is. What a miracle.
No, the chart was in the ash bin of history, and here it is. Tom, you know, you said the debris of that call, and there's a drop there, but it is so cemented itself into so many lives. I mean,
agreed.
We get regular shipments every day of from Amazon, of diapers, of food. It's hard to believe that this isn't a signal to just make a few changes.
I'm going to go to Alberto Otis here, like Brian Robertson, Comcast of a decade ago. I remember Dennis Leibowitz at DLJ years ago saying, wait, it'll pay off. How does a company shift from huge expense into generating cash flow? Does that happen in one quarter, or would you suggest with your experience that that's evolutionary?
No, that's evolutionary. That's going to take time. But look at again, if you look at that chart.
For a third time, we're bringing up the Amazon chart. We usually only do this on Wednesdays. Come on, Colby. There we go.
Look at that. Have a bell we can ring.
Look at the performance from 2009. I mean, you know. We've doubled or more than doubled with, treble since 2009. So, you dropped 10%.
Does Brian Moynihan know that this chart looks like your expense account?
I agree. This is just a correction. This is dump the phone.